Monsieur Wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do dede. Luta mo nulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello?
Bësal mu fine.
What?
Bësal mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave acts in Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills, and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave, Bësal mu fine. Wave, your money is yours.
Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
For the Gambia, our homeland, we strive and walk and pray. Peter, I start today with our national anthem to remind ourselves who we are as Gambians. The debate about a fundamental right, the right as Gambians to vote in elections in our country of birth, seems to be going nowhere, and it is going nowhere until it is resolved. This is not just about being given the right to vote, but also the right to contest elections. You cannot contest elections without first having the right to vote. I wonder what Barrow and his APRC bodies are scared of. As a man who was sworn in as president on foreign land, I think Barrow should have been the architect of the fight for Gambians abroad to be given that right to be able to vote. So I'm hereby calling on our National Assembly members to do the right thing, if they are people of conscience, to call for the impeachment of President Adama Barrow. Sufficient evidence now that he is a man who does not keep his word and therefore cannot be trusted. First, he was not going to contest elections after 3 years of the transitional government. He did, conning Gambians into believing that he was only there for 3 years, then arguing that the constitution gave him a 5-year mandate. Well, he had the choice to resign at the end of the 3 years. The transitional government was in fact not there to govern. It was there to put in place mechanisms for the staging of free and fair elections for a democratically elected government. The main opposition, the United Democratic Party, sad and unfortunate to say, but to me, is like a spent force. For the UDP to rise up and become a serious challenger to Adama Barrow, they need to let go of this idea that they can go it alone. I thought they would have learned their lessons from 2016, that coalition is the only way forward to dislodge people who Gambians vote for to serve, but instead resort to self-perpetuating rule. I am of the belief that if Yahya Jammeh did not lock up Ousainou Darboe, he would still be in power. I have a lot of respect for Ousainou Darboe for the sacrifices he has made and continue to make for the country we all yearn for. Lamin Wajuwar and Barodi has tirelessly tried to convince Ousainou Darboe to work towards a coalition as the only way to dislodge Yahya Jammeh, but Darboe was having none of it. I remember attending an occasion where Sidi Ajata of PDOI said to Ousainou Darboe that if they do not form a coalition, neither him or Darboe would win. Only Yahya Jammeh will be voted into office. Again, when Darboe was having none of it, I vividly remember serious words. Morning Mansaya Mangulu. I think it's time for Lawyer Ousainou Darboe to gracefully retire and allow a new breed, a new blood to take over. He's done his bit. Like Halifa Saleh, he will be remembered as one of the true sons of the Gambia. I think we lost it when we let Halifa Saleh retire from frontline politics. I am not one that likes to express my opinion in this way. As journalists, we don't do that. We ask questions and leave the answers to the readers and listeners. I think our first mistake in the aftermath of rooting out the Jammeh regime was positioning of ministers. Hussein Dabo would have been better as Attorney General and Minister of Justice due to his legal background, and Halifa Sallah would have made a magnificent Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs. That way, we would not have been in the situation we are in today. Young Gambian youths being deported from Europe after going through perilous journeys. The National Assembly must act now and put in motion an impeachment process to get rid of President Barrow, in my view. And I think it's time also for us to talk about the ECOWAS troops still in our country. The Gambian National Army have been protecting the Gambia throughout the reign of Yahya Jammeh, which was a more volatile time for our borders. I don't see why they can't carry on doing that job, and I don't see the need for ECOWAS forces to continue being there.
Jar Oil, the company, have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Excellent jam, Sowe.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de de. Luta mënuloo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello? Ano lay waxal?
Bisul mu fine.
What?
Bisul mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave, Basel Mufine, Wave, your money is yours.